Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be showing you a simple tricks on how you can generate your SQL query using Chatgpt. You know, Chatgpt is one of the hottest and the latest technology out there on the media, which is doing extremely well. The developer of ChatGPT were able to manage and do a lot of stuff. So this is the interface of ChatGPT, as you can see on your desktop. Here you have different stocks. So let me not waste your time. Let's go directly into the exercise. So we want to use ChatGPT to create or to provide or generate for us a query to be able to do database. Today exercise is clearly database. So this is the interface. Just go and type generate for us ChatGPT. So generate a SQL query statement to create a hospital infrastructure. So once you click enter, sit back and relax and see how ChatGPT is going to work for you. Voila, you see that? Very simple queries. Line by line, these queries are being generated for us. See that? Very simple. So now we have had ChatGPT generating for us our SQL query. You see that? We have patient, we have doctors, we have medical record, and department, appointment. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So ChatGPT was able to create for us in less than a minute 5 different tables. So now what we're going to do is to move these things directly into my SQL workbench and run the command and see what's going to happen. But before we do that, let us generate our data that we're going to insert into each of them. So let's run quickly. Insert value with dummy. Dummy will take each of the tables in there and insert these values. That's what it means. In the above tables. So each of the tables up here, we're going to have some sort of data being inserted into it by ChatGPT. So watch it. Below here, I generated information for each of the tables up there. So if you are lazy like myself, don't like typing and want to do your job, you can use ChatGPT to be able to generate each of your queries. So you can just copy this and then maybe go into WordPad and do some adjustment there quickly and change these things around. You can replace all of these things with the, as it suits your needs. You can just generate them into Notepad, copy this and carry it to Notepad. So we're going to copy this entire query here and move to my SQL workbench here. Now let's create a database first. Create database, and we're going to give that database a name. Maybe let's say you can use your own description. I'm going to use maybe my database. my data. So when you give this semicolon, run it, and you see we now have our database here. So the next thing we're going to do is to put this in use my data. Let's put it into use and run our query quickly. So it's not in use. So now if you come and say Control V, what we run here. So if you highlight this and go all the way up here, I've highlighted this, come here. And if you run this, you're going to have all of your stock being created by Chatgpt. Very easy. You see down here, all of the rows and columns were affected line by line all the way down here. So that is how you can use Chatgpt to be able to create your database using Chatgpt, not to waste your time. This is how it works in Chatgpt. So now you can just go back here and let's say we want to see what we have created. Just say show tables. So if you say show tables and give the semicolon and then run this, these are the table that we have just created. So let me first clear this screen to get some space. So now we're going to look at department. So you say select star from department. So if you give this a semicolon and run it, we're going to show you a skeleton of our database. So now let's go back and bring the queries and dump it here. That dump file was generated by Chatgpt. So come back and you look below here. This is a very lazy job I'm doing today. It's a lazy job. So you come here, you can just copy all and then just go. Even if you copy all, you go, you paste it. This one to run in each. So let's give it a try and see if this can work. Come back here and just say Control V. And if you highlight this, I think if you highlight this from here, just highlight this and see. Now I'm going to give it a try. Wow, it worked. That's worked clearly with us. So come back and say, let's start from, see that we now have our information that is inserted line by line right here. So this is how you can use Chatgpt to create a database in less than 30 minutes or 5 or 7. It depends your speed and what you want to do. So if you are lazy like myself, use this opportunity with Chatgpt. See you in our next video. Don't forget to hit the notification button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is where we normally provide tutorial for you in different pieces. Thank you. See you in our next video. I want to drop the link for this Chatgpt in the description below.